Yeah, hello, George. This is
Hello.
the second talk now about the thing you said last time, because we said we are not going to make it too long for our audience. Otherwise, it's, most people do not like to watch videos longer than 20-30 minutes. So is our time setting, our own time setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and last time you asked me what I think about a person who is not happy in his job. And so he made a decision to go into this job, and he is not happy in his job and he wants to change.
Yeah.
But he has at the same time all the economical and perhaps a mortgage and a family and so on. So
Yeah.
how can you do that?
How can you make that transition?
I think it's very, very difficult. But there is, I think the difficult choices in life are most times the best choices. And when we talk about that, it's also always a matter of fear, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because you talk now about this, and if you are in a position of that person, you're totally unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay unhappy in an unhappy job, you will stay unhappy the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you have to make the transition. I think you have to make it. Even what is it what keeps you not making the decision?
Mm-hmm.
Most times it's fear. It's fear because of the unknown.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going
What's
to
going to
happen.
happen?
And you have all the
Yeah.
responsibility. You think I have the responsibility for my house, for my children, for my wife, whatever. I mean, the wife is also responsible for the
course,
children. You
of
are a
course.
team.
Yeah.
But how can you work successfully in a team when one of the team members is totally unhappy?
Mm-hmm.
So I think even if perhaps it sounds difficult, and even if it sounds easy to give the advice, I think you should really think about it, perhaps making a change.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can make it in small things, make a small change, change something in the environment of your job.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you really have to say, no, I'm going to stop here. This is what makes me unhappy.
Or maybe you start part-time.
Yeah, also
Huh?
could be, if it's
To make
possible
it- to make it-
financially. Yeah, you
to
can do
make
it.
to make it for yourself easier to make that transition.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I met many people.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm a different kind of person. But that's my own opinion. I mean, we're talking here, your opinion, my opinion.
yeah.
My opinion is when you start part-time, you stay in an old environment. You stay in an old focus, and
Yeah.
you cannot focus on the new things. I think if you stay in a part-time, it's nothing half and it's nothing whole.
No, what
As
I
we
mean
say
with
in Dutch.
part-time, if I mean with
You
part-time,
stay.
you start part-time, and during your starting part-time, eventually you start to increase that part-time. So, for example, if you start 20% part-time in your job, the dream job, you try to increase that 20% to 30, and then 40, and then that's 50 and 60, and like that, huh? And then its transition is going to be very soft, huh? You're not going to be under pressure of a lot of cost. That's I mean. Why I'm bringing that subject? Because during my journey in my work, like a chef, I saw many people working in a restaurant, but they was not happy. They were coming from a different background, huh? They had a different idea about life, and they end up working like a sommelier and sometimes like a cook, but they had a different idea about life. Huh? They wanted something different. And then I saw some of them, not all of them. I talk like something like 20%, 30% of them. They made that transition. And they made that transition. Why I'm telling you that, then maybe some people ask, it's easy to talk, but it's very hard to do that. And what they did, those 20%, they start part-time. And then every time what they did, they increased that part-time. Like I mentioned, 20% part-time, and then 30%, 50%. And one day they told, I remember, on one day, we will quit because we are able now to be 100% fully independent, another our dream job in that case.
I think it depends from
The boss,
situation
yeah.
to situation, because in some jobs you cannot start part-time, and sometimes I think it's better not to just quit the old job and start something new.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what I mean.
it depends. I
Maybe
think
you need
it,
the money, huh? You need the cover.
yeah, it depends on the situation. You can never say that, because yes, perhaps there are jobs like, as you say, as a sommelier or
Yeah.
somewhere that you can say, okay, I don't like the old company, but I like my job, so I'm going to work somewhere else 20% or 30%. Or I'm a sommelier and I want to be a waiter or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I'm a waiter and I want
Yeah.
to be a sommelier and I do all the courses and then I will quit the waiter job. That's, everything is possible. I mean, everybody has another road. Everybody has another road to go.
I think that it's smoother. It's not.
No, I think it depends on your situation. I think it depends on your situation. Sometimes, if you're really unhappy in a company and every day you go there with a long face and crying, and you come home and it's your soul is crying, and you start fighting with your wife and the children.
Terrible.
Perhaps in such a situation, even if you cannot, I don't know, not go on a holiday that year, or you do not have enough money, you have a little less money or a lot less money, even if you only can pay the mortgage for the house and the wife pays for the groceries, even if you have a hard time, sometimes it's better to say, no, I quit the job because I'm unhappy. I know situations like that too, where people just say, I quit the job from one day to the other because I cannot handle it anymore. It depends totally on the situation. Sometimes it's a smooth change, but sometimes I think you need to make a hard break. It depends totally on your own situation.
You mean when you sit in a job you are not happy?
But it's not only for the job, it's for every situation in your life. It could also be a marriage.
Yeah.
Some people are so unhappy in a marriage that they say, I have to break now. I have to make the break from one day to the other. Other people say, it's not working that good. We do it smoothly. We do it when the children are grown up or whatever. It depends on every situation. Because everybody has different circumstances and everybody has a different life, I think.
I agree
and a
with
different character. Some people cannot do that, even if they want, but are too afraid. I know many people who stay until the end of their year in a job they don't like, and then they tell me, oh, if I would have lived in another time, I would have been a famous soccer player or whatever, or I would have studied. I know so many women who tell me, older women, if I would have lived in another time, I would have studied. But in my time, and yes, they are, in a way, they are right. It was in the beginning, 1920, 1930, it was not for the normal working class woman. She could not study in Europe or in the States. They could not study. It was the normal working class woman, especially women, or is also men, they had to go to work. You know, they did primary school and then perhaps high school, and then they worked. Study, that was something for the elite. But now we are in a time, if you want to study, you can study. Everybody has the possibility in our countries, in the Western countries. So if the woman tell me, if I would have lived in another time, I would have studied, then I say, of course. They thought then it's not possible to have that goal. I think perhaps you could have had that goal, but they didn't have the strength and not, as you say, the environment also.
Wow.
It depends. It also depends. It's a matter of also a matter of the situation in which your soul is born.
Interesting.
Which time?
How the human being is evolved from 20s and 30s and 80s and 90s, how the situation has changed. We have more possibilities. I think it's now more than less. We have to depend on our strength and to make the decision to have clear goals, and as also depend on how much we want to offer, how much we want to go for it. That's you mean the woman you mentioned. She wanted to have another kind of job, and she was unhappy in her recent job. And but if she had a courage and she had a clarity, and she can do that in now time. That's what you mean.
Yes,
You can
I
do
think,
that. Is it possible?
yeah, I think in this time where we're living now, and that's my opinion, I think we are in a very, very good position. We are in the best position perhaps we've ever had as human beings in the last 2000 years, because we have every possibility. In fact, okay, there are some countries where it's more difficult, but I mean, everybody can study whatever they like. They can be what they like. You can educate and transform yourself, but at the same time, we lost our humbleness. We are not humble anymore.
Yeah.
We are arrogant, and we think, oh my God, and we lost our trust in the Creator also. Many people lost it. They think, oh, I don't need him. Why should I need him? I have everything I need, you know. And then comes something like we have now at the moment, you know, the big crisis. But if you compare my life and your life to the life our grandparents had, we have way more possibilities, and we can do everything. We can fly, take a plane, fly for 1 week to a beautiful island. We do have your daughter, my children. They can do whatever they like. They can live where they want. They can study what they want. They can be what they want. Theoretically, practically it depends on their own character, but theoretically everybody can be everything we want. So it's an amazing time, but we forget it because we have all the blessings. We have so many blessings.
Yeah, they say most of the time, they say we don't need information because they are available. We need inspiration.
Yeah, we need humbleness, I think. We need humbleness, and we need to go away from our arrogance. So many, I mean, I include myself also, and I include you too. I mean, we are arrogant. We take the car, we go there, and if we cannot do it, I mean, I don't like it, and it's not nice, and it's necessary, perhaps. If we cannot do it, if the shops in Holland now are closed, you know, so then we are angry. But at the same time, we should think about what does this mean for the people who have the shops, the owners. You know, it's their life, the things they build up during their life, and we are only angry because we cannot go shopping somewhere. We have to come back to this humbleness, and I think this now what's happening is a sign from the Creator. It is. Everybody who says something else only sees the small picture. This is coming from somewhere bigger, somewhere way stronger, because we have to come back to the humbleness. That's what we talked about this morning, you know, when we talked about being a human being. How awesome is it to be a human being and not a cup of coffee, not the cup or the, you know, or the chandelier, you know? How awesome is it that we are human beings?
That is the awareness we need.
Yes, that's the awareness.
That's the awareness we need.
But then when you think about it, you could also have
we don't take things for granted, huh?
Yeah,
that's what we mean.
I think so.
Of course,
you could have been a cup.
Yeah, of course. Metaphysically.
Or I could have been I don't know, a bat or whatever, you know.
My God.
So what a career then, what a life. What an amazing life to be a human being. I think that's the humbleness we need.
We appreciate. We sit. We can change our thought, and we can change our vision of life. We can share our thought with so much people, and we are so connected. And we also the idea of internet, that we are connected with every part of the world. How beautiful is that, huh? How beautiful is that you are connected.
And for me, that's a sign of a very high energy field.
Yeah, of course.
And it will be even higher. I think it's my opinion. I think we will have even a higher. There will come a time with even a higher energy field.
Yeah, that's exactly. There is so much you can educate yourself on internet. There's so much stuff really can change your life. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not exaggerating. I remember one of the traveler, very rich man. I don't remember his name exactly. He said, if I can help in Africa, for example, if I can help people there, I'm not going to send them food. I'm going to send them computer with internet. They can do so much. Of course, they need food. I don't want to sound harsh about that. Of course, people need food, but it's also very, very important also to have a laptop and internet connection, because if you really focus how much is available on the internet, you blew your mind. There's so much knowledge, and like I said, we don't need also we have so much knowledge, but we need inspiration to put that knowledge in action. We need that inspiration, that hunger for setting goals and setting good goals, why goals, to go on in our life and to appreciate, like you said. And you brought something very nice. I know where you're coming from. You want to put a little bit in spirituality on it, and that is very, very important. Huh? Like we have to be humble. We have to appreciate what we have, and we want to grow. Huh? We look for more light in our life. I understand you very well. I'm fully agree with what you said.
Thank you, dear George.
Thank you.
We
Thank
go
you.
on next time.
Of course.
See you soon.